I would also, on behalf of all the Fulbright Memorial Fund participants, like to say that our thoughts and goodwill are with the people who were affected by the earthquake recently. We saw the role of education as being to transmit knowledge from one generation to the next generation. Now we realize that in addition to transmitting knowledge and traditions, we must also train the students to create new knowledge and to explore new things. And as nations of the world become more globalized, we further realize that we must train the students not only in their own traditions, but also in the traditions of other lands. And that we must teach them not only to work collaboratively with their own countrymen, but also with all human beings. My hometown is Houston, Texas, which is where NASA is located. So for many years I've been following the progress of the International Space Station. I think this sort of project, with many nations contributing, is an excellent example that with mankind's journey into the future, it's much better and wiser to proceed with companions as opposed to alone. At this time I'm also thinking about the Olympics, which are coming up very soon. For many years, they have held the motto in Latin, Citius, Arteus, Parturus. The meaning in English is translated as faster, higher, stronger. So I think at this point, it's appropriate that we might add one more adverb to this list and say faster, higher, stronger, together. To conclude, I'd like to mention a riddle that I read when I was a youth. In this riddle, there's a great banquet set out in the middle of the table, and the people are seated all around the table. But the chopsticks are 8 feet long, so you can pick up the food, but you can't put it in your own mouth. So the question is, how do they stay well fed? The only answer is that each person picks up the food and feeds the people across the table. So we realize now that it's very important that we see education not only as an individual endeavor and as a national endeavor, but truly as a global endeavor. So once again, on behalf of all of us, thank you. For us, the teachers, we know that this visit to Japan is really only a beginning, because once we return to America, we can help our students to realize that the nation of Japan is really not so far away, and that the culture of Japan is not foreign, but fascinating. ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Please give your words again and again to of Japan. Very wonderful words. Yes.
Well, I can generate electricity with this device. And playing with the kids.
It positioned itself to be a leader in higher education and a benchmark for other universities to model.
大学の概要を見せていただきまして、その中で私どもは三重大学がこの地域の中でのリーダーとしての役割を果たしていらっしゃること、またさまざま。
In Japan, and do they vary by prefecture or are they the same throughout the country?
アメリカではですね、教員免許は州ごとに違っておりまして、
単位を満たすことができれば一応取れるということになっています。で、県ごとにその教育内容。
Teachers are expected to acquire the necessary credit, necessary points at university, and if the student take those credits.
This is just information, whatever.
read all right. Skill named Makaton skill. This is the kind of the simple application of the sign language. And so without words, my son and I can communicate. And so I myself has been teaching him. However, this method is not accepted at school or by some experts.
件が多いと思うんですけど、アメリカのものとかはやっぱりどれぐらいのがベストだと思われるかなって。それでどうしても子どもたちがこうってんだとやっぱりまとまらないんですよね。
先ほどの111周年の授業の中で8月のですね、15日、8月の中旬なんですけど、先ほどのアメリカの
of the 60th establishment of Yokkaichi City, in mid-August we are planning to hold an international conference named Junior High Schoolers Environmental Summit, inviting 80 high schoolers from the United States, 8 students, junior high schoolers from Tianjin, China, and with participating with 8 students in Yokkaichi. And these students are going to discuss the environmental conservation issues.
四日市市が市になって100年目。今年は111年目です。
So 11 years ago, they marked our 100th anniversary of the city establishment, and this year marks the 111th year.
100年目はお祝いをしまして、111年目の今年も市政111周年お祝いしている年なんです。
And we had several events in celebrating our 100th anniversary, and this year again, as the 111th year, we have been various events.
Kyo Iko Cho and the school board of Yokkaichi, we are very happy to be here, and we're excited to learn about the Japanese educational system up front. We just hope that we could give as much as we are about to take. Thank you very much. Domo arigato.